Let's now speak to Lesiba Mpya, Gauteng Department of Transport spokesperson. Lesiba, very good afternoon to you. Under these tragic circumstances, there's now been renewed calls for stricter oversight and vigilance around private scholar transport, as you've heard in that earlier report. I mean, this is not, new to Gauteng, to South Africa, but it does come after 13 children tragically lost their lives this morning. What new information and detail can you tell us about what led to this accident?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Let me just say that we are conveying our heartfelt condolences to the families of the bereaved ones. And we certainly send a message of getting well soon to those that are still in hospital. The information that is within the public domain, meeting from the preliminary reports from the South African police services and those law enforcement agencies that we found on site, is information we still have about the the children who would have passed, the number of the children who would have passed, including those that are in hospital. We currently do not have anything new, in contrary to the prelim reports we got this morning.
We're hearing, of course, from various reports that, particularly from one of our journalists on the scene, that the driver of the lorry or the truck was not found. I'm not sure if you answered that question in terms of his whereabouts. We know, of course, that the driver of the taxi apparently was injured.
That is information we have, and the fact that the driver of the taxi is injured and is in hospital, we are informed that he's under heavy police guard. We're not certain about the whereabouts of the truck driver. However, we do have information of where the truck belongs, which company the truck belongs to, and that information is with the police. We are calling for the police to expand the scope of investigation. We're actually accepting the fact that there might be culpability, but because the eyewitnesses would have said that they would have witnessed some level of recklessness, we are then making a call to the South African police services to also investigate a case of murder. But at the current juncture, of course, the information we have at our disposal is that the driver of the vehicles that the children were ferried in is in hospital, injured and under police guard.
Yeah, I mean, we know that, of course, these are preliminary reports. You still have to uncover if, in fact, that particular scholar transport was not overloaded, was in good condition. Basic Education Minister Siviwe Gwagube has on a number of occasions called on the Department of Transport, in fact, to make sure that vehicles entrusted with transporting school children specifically are roadworthy. So as a Department of Transport, what do you say this afternoon, to those families who really trusted that the vehicle that is carrying children on our roads was safe?
Look, these children are not just statistics. They are kids who had names, who had families, who had futures. And we, once again, forward our heartfelt condolences. We agree with the minister, and which is what we have always been actioning. Ever since the launch of the MEC's Itomagawena program, we have increased police on the ground to ensure that law enforcement of all these unroadworthy vehicles are removed from our roads. We have statistical evidence that as far back as August, when the program was launched, there has been vehicles that were removed from the roads. We have been arresting people who do not have the prerequisite documents, especially those that think that they can bribe their ways out of accountability. So we do have that evidence to say on a weekly basis, we definitely, get people to account. Look, Hence, we are saying that nothing can justify the action that would have happened. That's why we're sending a very strong message to the public out there that we too want accountability, because the Itomakawena program simply means that the burden of responsibility should start with the person who chooses to get into a vehicle, start the vehicle, and put it on the road. And we have been calling on the public to assist the department in reporting vehicles that do not look fit and proper, because our police are up and about in various parts of the province, ensuring that there's accountability.